All right, finally, got one person. So, I'm going to be talking about some sleeper cells and the problems that has escalated since the last time I was on here, right? Because our Americans' problem is these sleeper cells now. Okay. So, what about Daily Mail is saying, talking about these sleeper cells and whatnot, they've vowed to blow America to pieces from the inside. Okay. Now, experts reveal exactly where Iranian sleeper agents are going to strike next and who's really to blame. Well, the whole government is to blame. Like, you could go back in time 4 years ago or whatever and blame Biden for keeping the goddamn border open like that and letting all them people over here. You could do that if you want. But there's so many in the government that has done wrong that's been in that damn White House. Let me tell you, all y'all fall in that category to me. That's just what it is. Now, when somebody say they have vowed to blow America to pieces from the inside, remember I kept saying America has vowed to protect Israel, which Israel, you is not real because you are not the biblical Israel. Get that shit right. You modern day Israel, totally different. Anyway, keep going. They vowed to blow America to pieces from the inside. So what are they saying, people? It's going to be an inside job or they ass already over here? Well, we know they ass already over here. Now, what China's saying? China says the United States has started Iranian nuclear crisis. Say, we started it. All right. So, now you know that's crazy. So now we got Obama's former DHS secretary sounds alarm on Iranian sleeper cells, calls it concern of highest magnitude. Nope, I'm doing what YouTube said. I'm not reading no damn what's the names, no comments. Don't care who you are unless you put it in a super chat or a super thanks or something. I ain't reading shit. So, I'm not even gonna look at that bitch. If I don't see some color up there where it's, my eyes too bad, I ain't reading that shit. All right, so Obama's former DHS secretary, because I've been being too damn nice, right? Fuck that. YouTube got rules, goddammit. Obama's former DHS secretary sounds alarm on Iranian sleeper cells, calls it concern of highest magnitude. I'm just relaying the message to people that might not know. That's a problem right there. All right. That's a problem right there. Now, if you don't mind getting blew up or you don't mind being at a gathering like a 4th of July and some cars run into a crowd or drones get to dropping shit. If you don't mind that, then just go on with your day and your life. Don't even worry about nothing like that. Just be surprised when the shit happens. But if you are a little concerned, you need to pay attention to what they telling your ass. And pay attention to what they not telling your ass. That's the shit you gotta find out yourself. That's the what? The shit you got to find out yourself. Oh, they ain't gonna tell you everything now. All right, they're not gonna tell you everything now. Mm-hmm. So America's on high alert. As we know this, they said nationwide, America's on high alert, and it's just gonna get worse. So be prepared and be aware and stay dangerous, goddammit. So experts reveal where Iranian sleeper agents are going to strike next. Where are they going to strike next? Huh? Ain't that about so? Where are they gonna strike next? If it be my guess, that way ain't no telling. Cause there's so many of them over here. It's disgusting how many are over here. And they are calling them gotaways. I talked about that the last time I was on here. They are called gotaways. These are the people that came over the border and were never found from day one. They don't know what they look like. They don't know who they are. And they just fucking here, bruh. Now you know that's crazy. Oh, I feel for people, children, growing up in these times. So anyway, a former FBI boss has warned that America KKK remains vulnerable to a terrorist, put a T on it, attack by pro-Iran militants who entered the U.S. during the Biden era's open borders period. Chris Swecker, an assistant FBI director in the 2000s, believes that Hezbollah and other Iran-linked groups snuck sleeper agents into the country while the southern border was swamped with migrant haze. The threat, he said, was myriad. Either way, the threat, he said, was bad. From a lone gunman shooting up a crowd with an assault rifle to mass casualty attacks to those orchestrated by Hamas. And people keep asking about what Trump did, you know. And these are news broadcasters and stuff. They like, did he really destroy their nuclear sites and whatnot? That one that's underground. No, he didn't, people. It just backtracked them for about, I think, 3 to 5 months. But they already said it was minimal damage and it can be what? Repaired. Right. So Iran-linked groups snuck sleeper agents into the country while the southern border was swamped with migrant haze. The threat, he said, was bad from a gunman shooting up a crowd with an assault rifle to mass casualty attacks akin to those orchestrated by Hamas in southern Israel on October 7, 2023. This is the saddest shit. All right. Sad ass shit. And we got a sad ass government over and over and over again. Now, crucially, Swecker warned that these operators could strike in the U.S. without any direct orders from Hezbollah's headquarters in Lebanon or Iran, despite a ceasefire coming into effect. Yeah, I could see that happening. They don't need no orders because they see what's happening in their land. They over here and they see what we are doing. Huh? They see what we are doing to their land, to the people over there. Well, it ain't their land, but they see what they doing to the people over there. You know. Wouldn't you be mad too if the shoe was on the other foot and we, the American people, had snuck over there, over here, right? Or over there, should I say, in Iran some damn where, and you seen what America was doing or Iran was doing to America. If the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't nobody have to tell you to do nothing. You get pissed off and start tearing people up over there. You don't need nobody to tell you what to do. You know what to do. It was already planned anyway. So they either can go and tell you when to do it or they know to do it they damn self. All right. Now, Israel launched its bombing campaign in a surprise attack on June 13. As we know, unaliving senior Iranian officials and destroying nuclear facilities. The U.S. also targeted 3 nuclear sites on Sunday, as we know that. All right. Which Iran did retaliate, and we know that. Some people feel like they're going to try to do something on 4th of July. It could be before that. It could be after that. It could be on that day. Just know it ain't over. That's what I can tell you. Just know it's not over, people. So, it's not rational. There's nothing to be gained by going out and unaliving Americans, shooting up a shopping mall or a sporting event, or driving a truck through a parade, Swicker said. This is the former FBI cat. But they're not rational. They're religious fanatics. Okay? That's what he says. And they wouldn't necessarily need a direct order from the mothership in Lebanon. Swecker said that Hezbollah and political party Qom militia in southern Lebanon and other Iran-linked groups had for decades run fundraising operations across the United States. Is this the United States, fool? I don't think this is it's everybody's. This ain't United States. If you got more if you got just as many people that ain't supposed to be here and you don't know where the hell they at because they call them gotaways. Who land is this? Where we at? Because they say America is really Egypt. Now, you make your mind up what you want to believe. All right? Because I could care damn less about your thoughts. All right. They likely slipped sleeper agents across the LAX southern border during I don't even like calling them presidents, during Sleepy Joe's administration, he added. As head of a prosecution effort in North Carolina in the early 2000s, Swecker said he had identified agents of the Shite militia in Michigan, Kentucky, and Canada. Damn. Shit. Damn, air too cold. All right. So he feared that more members came in among the 2 million gotaways. 2 million gotaways who crossed the border undetected. Make America great again, right? By doing this is the thing. You call them gotaways. You don't know who they are. They came in undetected. So how do you know it's 2 million? Message. How do you know how many it is? 2 million gotaways who crossed the border undetected are among the 1,000 Iranian nationals that Swecker said were let in under Biden's watch. These people could be on buses, trains, planes. Goddamn, they could be your Uber driver. They could be, what I'm saying is they could be anywhere. They could be living next door to you and you don't even fucking know it. Sleeper cells. They could be working at your local Mickey D's. You don't know that. Obama's former DHS. Now Obama's former DHS secretary sounds alarm on Iranian sleeper cells as well. Calls it concern of highest magnitude. Okay. Well, they said that yesterday too. But you know, hey man, keep thinking this shit a game. So Americans are being urged to remain vigilant following the U.S. bombing of nuclear sites in Iran over the weekend and a series of arrests involving Iranian nationals inside the United States. And I think they did arrest somebody the other day, and they are saying that he was a sleeper cell agent. Hey, they say they are hunting them down, and they're going to arrest you. But it's so many of them. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? God bless your ass. Now, the former Homeland Security Secretary under Barack Obama is warning that the threat of terror sleeper cells on America's soil, what it say, is a major concern for law enforcement. Yeah. Y'all got some, yeah. Got some problems on y'all hands. Got some problems on your hands. The presence in this country of undocumented migrantes or Iranian nationals who have links to Hezbollah, IRGC, is, in my judgment, a domestic law enforcement concern for the highest, probably gonna say magnitude. No, the highest law. No, he did say highest magnitude. Said former DHS Secretary Johnson during the interview on Fox and Friends Wednesday. Yeah, that's your ass. And you know. So what I found out was the people that make the weapons when they in this war, people got money in the stocks. So they are making money, and we know this. That's why they got money for war, like Pac said, but they can't feed the poor. No, they're not gonna waste their damn greedy ass money on no damn poor. Huh? No. They too greedy for that. But they spend that money on that war in a heartbeat. So don't think Trump is like, oh, I don't. He's trying to play, you know. There's too many people dying. Y'all need to stop the war, and it's just senseless. And no, man, stop it right now. Well, what you doing going over there and bombing stuff? Two wrongs don't make it right, huh? But you don't want them to have no nukes. Why? Because they'll probably get in your ass, Trump. And you know this, because that was the problem. But the real problem is that other nations are willing to give Iran nukes anyway. So it don't even matter, bruh, if they make their own or not. I had been saying similar stuff to that, but I ain't think it was gonna be nations that want to also give them, or countries, whatever the fuck you want to call it over there. They want to give them nukes. Not missiles and shit, regular, long, ballistic, whatever missiles. No, no, no. They want to give them the big thing. The nukes. Following the strikes, the Department of Homeland Security released a memo warning of a heightened threat environment across the United States. Now, see, across the United States. Everybody, pay attention. Due to the involvement of the United States in the conflict between Israel and Iran, Iranian state television has also issued threats stating that all American citizens or military personnel in the region became legitimate targets. They say if you over here with us, we gonna get your ass too, man. Cause see, people feel like nothing gonna come over here or nothing like that, whatever. But see, it's a process to get it to that point. It's a process because we got bases and stuff over there. Wouldn't it be more smarter to knock that shit off the map first? Do that. See, they got to get through that. You see what I'm saying? But just think if they was to really give them Iran nukes. Wouldn't matter because they got some over here too. They got people over here too, people. They said they have vowed. That mean they dead ass serious now. They have vowed to hit America from the inside. Because they already over here, nigga. Huh? I said that in the beginning. Yep. Cyber attacks. Alleged cyber attacks can happen to the point where messing up our critical infrastructure, messing with our water, messing with turning the lights out, huh? No electricity, huh? Yeah. So, earlier this week, Immigration and Custom Enforcement, which is ICE, announced the arrest of over a dozen Iranian undocumented nationals living in the United States. Some of those arrested were accused of violent crimes such as domestic assault, drug offenses, and weapons possession. One individual had also served as a sniper. One individual had also served as a sniper in the Iranian army as recently as 4 years ago. We got snipers over here. He ain't the only one. What? Johnson believes the threat may be larger than the recent, what is this saying? Recent arrest suggests. Okay, that's what it says. It says Johnson believes the threat may be larger than the recent arrest suggests, and that more migrantes may be seized in connection to Iran. So y'all migrantes steady talking about you want to stay, your ass should be trying to get the hell up out of here. If it's a free ride to get your ass back to where you was at, this is the perfect time. Quit being foolish. If America was going through this, but I'm still protesting, talking about stop the deportations, you's a dumb motherfucker. I say what now? Look at that hat. You's a dumb motherfucker. I would be gone. I ain't getting blew up with you motherfuckers. I don't like it that much. That's not necessarily all of them, he said. You think? My educated speculation is that law enforcement, da-da-da-da. Huh? They say that ain't all of them. Of course it's not. When you got millions of people over here that you don't even know who they are. I was making a big deal about that when Biden was in office. Like, how the fuck? Now y'all talking about y'all got some people over here. Millions of people called gotaways. The perfect name for them, they got away. Like, what the fuck? Where are they? They still here. Where? I don't know. They all over this motherfucker, right? Oh my goodness, right? That's not necessarily all of them, he said. My educated speculation is that law enforcement has been tracking these individuals for a while in this country to follow leads, to see who they are in contact with. Now, that's the dumbest thing I done heard. Because if you... So which one is it? You don't know where they at, or you've been tracking them all this fucking time? To find out what? You've been tracking these individuals for a while in this country to follow leads, to see who they are in contact with. How long? Huh? Y'all been doing this for what? It's like 4 years, but so go round they stink ass up. Hey. Something don't sound right. I tell you what, something don't make sense. That don't even make sense. Okay. So other officials have voiced similar concerns, with many linking the increased threat of sleeper cells to the Biden administration's more lenient border policies. Right? Border czar Tom Homan told Fox Business that nearly 2,000 migrants slipped past law enforcement daily under the previous White House. So you mean the people at the border, what was y'all doing? Smoking and shit? Y'all was goddamn eating tacos and burritos. Y'all was smacking on girls' booties. You like, come here. You still gonna go to America, but come in this tent real quick. Like, what the fuck was y'all doing that we got border people out there, but nearly 2,000 migrants slip past law enforcement daily? Every day. Every day. Under Biden administration. How many has come while Trump's in there? They tell us one thing, but how many done slip through y'all? Huh? How many been slipping through before Biden was in there? Think about it. You can't trust these motherfuckers, and you can't trust nobody. All right? All right? Motherfucker be living right next door to your ass. You don't even know it. What? I'm telling you. They could be living right next to you. They could be working at your job. They could be doing a lot of shit. Their kids could be going to your damn kids' school. What I said earlier, they say they are religious fanatics. They take this shit to the heart. Like, we got Christians over here. We don't take religion to the heart like these people. I don't want to hear that shit. Because if you did, I'll just speak for my own. If black people did, then we will be acting like Iran people. Huh? Nah, you don't take that to the heart like they do. See, I believe they mind is still in Old Testament days when it comes to religion. When it comes to religion. That Old Testament type shit. So, but Israel is not the biblical Israel either. So, yeah. Sorry, not sorry. You're faking the funk, baby. And God gonna get y'all for that. So anyway, border agents warned about possible terrorists, put a T on it, sleeper cells at the Biden admin, let in over 700 Iranian illegal migrants, and I talked about that last week. I was like, well, just give us the number, because now people are saying thousands as far as they know how many Iranian people over here, right? Over 700 illegal Iranians. So you know all them over 700, which could possibly be more. Guess what? They definitely not on our side. I refuse to believe, like, no, some of them people, they with us. I know they ain't. When you done snuck your stank ass over here. Or was let over here. For what? For what we going through right now. For what we going through right now. Gotta have some chaos. Make order out of it. NWO all up in through your ass. Ain't no better way to put it. This shit is upsetting. So, I was off for 2 days before I keep going. I go back to work tonight. So, I was trying to just block all this stuff out. Have fun like everybody else be doing, blocking shit out. And lo and behold, I'm getting my little drink on, feeling good. People bringing up, man, you see what Trump doing? And I'm like shocked as hell, like, hold up. I said, yeah, I know about it, but I ain't really trying to talk about it. Damn. But got to talking about it. See, that's how you know shit getting real. Well, that's how I know. Well, people, I know it's real, but people waking up. They kind of getting concerned. And I'm just like, no, this motherfucker didn't just bring up. Goddamn. I'm trying to chill. You see? Ain't no way around it. Can't get away from this shit. What? Can't get away from it. Customs and Border Protection is warning agents about possible errors sleeper cells in the United States after more than 700. All right. Iranian migrants are considered to be special interest aliens and are supposed to undergo additional vetting by the feds for possible terrorism. Put a T on it, ties. This is ridiculous. Now, under the Biden administration, over 1,500 Iranian migrants were caught crossing the border illegally. Shout out to the ones that caught them. And nearly 50% of them were released into the United States, according to Fox News. They just throwing some numbers up there at you. I don't trust their numbers, because there's always more than that at the end of the day. So, can't trust nobody. CBP Commissioner Rodney Scott cited Iran's hatred for the United States. And before I keep going, see, Iran, they had this, I made a video about it a long time ago. They had they got this big ass mural on this big ass building. And it's a big ass mural. You have to use special stuff to get up there to paint that shit. So it's a flag with bombs. It's an American flag with bombs coming down on it. And it says death to America. And the paint was fading from it. And that's why I made a video about it, because guess what? They went up there and repainted that motherfucker, putting paint where it ain't. This was last year. All right. So why would a person do that? It's been fading that long. They said, oh, it's time to, it's time for something. That's all I had to tell you. And they did that. They want it back bright. Now, because we know that they call Israel, the little Satan, they call America the great Satan. Why would they say that? Because somebody is not right. So, CB Commissioner Rodney Scott cited Iran's hatred for the United States and their desire to harm America and Americans. And he said that in Saturday's memo to border agent Tays. So he's telling them Iran's hatred for the United States. Can you imagine getting a memo, email type shit about that? Iran's hatred for the United States and their desire to harm America and Americans. They trying to harm me and my family. Oh shit. You know, the border agent Tays. They supposed to be knocking heads off. Over the past 4 years, thousands of Iranian nationals have been documented entering the United States illegally, and countless more were likely in the known and unknown gotaways, Scott wrote. So they do know where some of these gotaways are. They say there are known gotaways and there are unknown gotaways. I got a problem with both, because if you know some of the gotaways, they should be getting the fuck out. If you don't, and the other problem is the unknown gotaways. Don't make no sense. And though we have not received any specific credible threats to share with you all currently, the threat of sleeper cells or sympathizers acting on their own, or at the behest of Iran has never been higher, he added. Yeah. Sad times, wow. Now, United States expands military zones on Mexico border under new Pentagon order. 2 new military zones are being added to the U.S.-Mexico border in Arizona and Texas as part of a growing web of defense-controlled areas. So they got the troops will patrol, detain migrants, and transfer them to the Border Patrol. Is that right? These new sites bring the total to 4 as nearly 9,000 U.S. soldiers remain stationed along the southern border following Trump's January directive. Now, they are saying crossings of the border have already dropped sharply, but the U.S. military presence is still growing. All right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, hold on. What the hell? Hold on. What the fuck is this? This is Betar, Betar Worldwide, talking about, I guess they tweeted or something. We urge all JEWs to evacuate New York City immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, because I said something about that the last time I was on here, as far as we got the sleeper cells and all of that. So they gonna be going after just about anything that they feel like it's important to us in America. They're gonna do that. This is not a they ain't gonna do nothing. The hell with that. Now, let's just say they don't do nothing like that. But you still gotta be prepared, because once they do it, and your little world is destroyed because you don't know when your shit come back on and this and that. Because I think some people feel like, oh, if they turn lights out, they gonna put them back on like the next day. Huh? All right. All right. So if you got a husband or a wife that ain't in tune and not on the same and not on the same wave pattern, my point is, and they live in your house with you, yeah, everybody better get on one accord. You can't have one person in the crib talking about, man, I ain't tripping off there. Ain't, man, ain't gonna happen. Huh? Or you one of them people? Okay. Okay. So, you know, if you live with somebody that don't get no damn about this shit, and y'all together, whatever, y'all need to talk some shit out. I ain't saying break up, because this really ain't the time. What I'm saying is y'all need to figure some shit out. Alright? Y'all need to figure some shit out. Because, this ain't the time to be saying don't nobody care about this shit. Alright? I'm just saying. Now, Trump's supposed to do, he has announced that the Defense Department will hold a major news conference today at 8 a.m. He could be on right now. It's 7 where I'm at, though. All right, now. They are this is supposed to be top military officials to drop in urgent war information. I don't know what they gonna say, right? I don't know what they gonna say. They gonna say something, though. Something to piss you off. All right. And then we got Trump calls for Netanyahu's trial to be canceled. Why is he doing that, right? Why are you calling for the Prime Minister of Israel trial to be canceled? Scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? Yeah, man. So, this is the stuff people need to look out for, these sleeper cells. Now it ain't got to that point, in my eyes, because we don't know who they are, man. You know what I'm saying? And hell, they don't know who they are. Say what? Now Trump calls for Israeli PM Netanyahu's trial on Monday to be canceled. He says, witch hunt. He deserves much better than this, and so does the state of Israel. Bibi Netanyahu's trial should be canceled immediately or a pardon given to a great hero. Trump is calling this fool a great hero. See? Now I know what the Bible said about fools, man. It said God watches over babies and fools, man. Calling him a hero. He should be pardoned. Well, let Larry Hoover out, motherfucker. You stopped with that. You let him go to the state, but he's still in there. No, let him out. He could do that. Shit. Because Netanyahu probably need to be in jail some damn word. You see what I'm saying? Shit. Trump need to too, but they failed with that. Hey, they all, if Trump would have went to jail, The rest of them presidents need to too, because there's some stuff up Obama's sleeve with your people that worked for you and stuff, and they was saying they was gonna out your ass, and they wind up unalived. And hey, man, you ain't squeaky clean either. You are Big Mike. Yeah, I said it. What? And you know I meant that shit, because that's what they say, Big Mike. Now, that old white lady said that, and she wound up stinking. Yep. Yes, she did. Oh, we already have one in the White House. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. No, we didn't know that. Huh? What? No, we didn't know that. And if you wasn't in here earlier, it's because somebody wrote a paragraph, Tay. I'm not reading nothing. I'm doing what YouTube say. You have to put it in a super chat or something like that. My eyes is too bad to be squinting. I'm not doing that no more. I don't give a fuck who you is. Take it how you want to take it. You can take it up your ass. You can take it in your ear. You can take it on your back. I don't get no damn. All right? That's what I said. Because that's the YouTube rules. Huh? That's the YouTube goddamn it rules. Shit. I'm tired of going against the grain. I'm making a change, and I'm starting with me, and I'm doing what YouTube said. You ain't got to read shit. You know when you should read it? When they put it in when it's in a color up there big enough for you to see. You can't see that shit? Don't worry about reading. That's how you know who fuck with you. I don't want to hear shit about I'm broke. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm broke too. Get your ass a job, huh? That's what I thought. Ain't no more of that. So anyway. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now, if y'all don't know about the doomsday clock, because that doomsday clock is almost to 12. And they said when that doomsday clock hit 12 o'clock, Tay, something bad gonna happen. All right? The last time they checked up on that, they was in Chicago. The scientists was telling us about the doomsday clock that has been around for many years. So check this out. Russia issues new doomsday nuclear World War III warning. When was this? June 25th, 2025. Huh? Yeah. All right. We getting close to that Gog and Magog war. Yep. We're getting real close to that. That's what it's looking like. WW3 fears rocket up as expert warns Iran and North Korea could develop nukes in secret plot. Now, where are the people at? Around the world, it's said ain't nobody got Iran back. Oh, y'all in for a rude awakening. Because the devil's greatest trick was to make people believe he did not exist. So WW3 fears rocket up. People are, the fears of a WW3 has rocket up as expert warns Iran and North Korea could develop nukes in secret plot. Because North Korea got Russia back. Okay. Now, Azriel Bermant, a senior researcher at the Institute of International Relations, Prague, said the West, which is us, must be wary of undeclared nuclear facilities where Iran and North Korea could work together to develop nuclear weapons. So now what you gonna do if that happened, Trump? Huh? Oh, you gonna try to bomb North Korea? Oh, and you know what? That's more problems right there. Oh, yeah. That's even more problems right there. I want you to get it over with and go over there and threaten China like that and threaten Russia like that. So we can just get it over with already. Shit. Because I guarantee you going to see some shit then. Because they definitely ain't playing with United States. Now, they only tolerate our ass because we have to do some type of trading and, you know, left hand over the right hand type shit. Whatever. Some of this got to be done sometimes to get shit done. Sometimes. Not all the time. They don't need us. That's why when all that tariff shit was happening, China said, you know what? I really don't have to fuck with you, Trump. Or Biden or whoever else in your office. I can go to India. I can go somewhere else and get that shit. America acts, or American people act like we are the only ones on this damn earth with resources. Like we just top dog. No, we not. And you should be fucking mad that we not, as far as growing up and they say America is the shit. But then you get older and you like, hold the fuck up. Now, god damn it. Something ain't right. How the hell you got people over here that's terrorists? They've been over here for years. Decades, though. Like generations of these motherfuckers. You know, it's... Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has issued a new warning that the nuclear doomsday clock is ticking closer to midnight today, with commonplace talk of WW3. He claimed Russia was working to avoid such a nuclear catastrophe, and also praised the common sense of President Trump today. Cheeto man. So global security is perhaps the most critical issue today, especially as the infamous doomsday clock continues to tick toward midnight. Excuse me, Lavrov said in a speech at Turkmenistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Is it essential? Hold on. It is what? Yeah, it's essential to prevent such a scenario, and we are actively engaged in efforts to avert a catastrophe. I don't believe you, because this is all planned out. I don't believe you. That you want it to stop, you want it to end. I just can't believe that shit. You see? I can't believe that shit. The ass is out here doing all this shit. I wish they just get it over with. Get it over it already. So, that's what I want to talk about too. So when those bombers went over there and did that in Iran, and we know those bombers came from Missouri. And when they did what they did, they went back to Missouri. So Iran knows where they came from. And my point is, let me get to it. They came from the Air Force base. Air Force base that sent strikes takes extra caution. The Air Force base in Missouri, from which the pilots left to complete the strikes on Iran, is also trying to ensure the safety of residents and military members. Major cities across the United States are on heightened security alert following Saturday's night's airstrikes targeting nuclear facilities in Iran, with law enforcement agencies around the country deploying additional forces to protect potential targets from retaliatory attacks. The New York Police Department, the nation's largest municipal police forces, issued security advisories and increased patrols around religious, cultural, and diplomatic sites Saturday night. The department coordinated with federal partners while monitoring for potential threats to the city. Living. And so when they said they trying to call Trump the man of peace and all this shit, but he ain't did no damn peace. So if they want to say he's man of peace, but what I was gonna say was that would put him as the anti you know who, and some people think he is, but I don't think he is. I don't think he's came and introduced himself yet, but the Bible do say something about there will be peace. They'll be saying peace, peace, and then right after that, destruction comes, and we've been seeing that. But I'm waiting on the person that's supposed to come and really end all of these wars, because other wars have to happen. All right, back to back with this Israel and Iran, and it's gonna be so terrible, and it's gonna be somebody that comes, rises up, and stops this shit. Right? It's gonna be peace, and they say after that it's gonna be hell. Right? Because we know nobody can trust nobody. See what Israel did? He said we're gonna strike in 12 hours. They struck in the first hour. But you just said we was gonna cease fire. Every time they say ceasefire, even before this time, now messing with Israel, Israel keep bombing. They target. Yep. So it ain't never gonna be peace, even when it's people think it's really peace. Now I ain't talking about this time. I'm talking about it may be the next time. They talking about peace, peace. Ain't no damn peace. It's supposed to be peace in the Middle East, but y'all ain't, you know, hey man, you're not the modern day. I mean, you're not the biblical. You somebody else. And yes, hey, you get shit like this, I guess. This what makes sense to me. Yeah. And they saying this new mayor that won in New York, what is it, the mayor or something? They was telling people, man, y'all better get out of New York, bruh. But not just because of that, whoever just won. Is because those are the biggest cities in America, and you are definitely on a target. You live in New York, in that surrounding area, you live in Cali, Los Angeles, period. California, that in surrounding areas, and Washington, D.C., surrounded areas and shit. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's easier said than done. Right? Yeah, they on here talking about it now. The damn, what I said they was going to talk at 8 o'clock, they on here. But, yeah, so that's my message for today. Pay attention. When you outside, Jack, when you at these gatherings, we got holidays coming up, you know, I'll be at work. I work every holiday. So, you know, then I got to watch my ass. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. You just don't know, man. All right. Because we on the timeline. Even the doomsday clock on the timeline. I don't know who idea was that to even make that shit. But I think it's like, let me look it up. I think it's like, damn, what time is that clock? It's damn near 12, but it ain't. Like 8 minutes till or some shit. What time is on? Damn, it just came up. All I said was what time is. They heard me talking about doomsday clock. That's what it is. See, this was 4 months ago, the last time they did this. Like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, it was 4 months. Hold on. That bitch had. It's 2 minutes to midnight. 2.5 minutes to midnight. Damn. Shit loud as fuck. No, it's 96. Hold on. No, that ain't the one I want to see. Oh, shit.
It is the determination of the Science and Security Board of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists that the world has not made sufficient progress on existential risks threatening all of humanity. We thus move the clock forward. In setting the clock closer to midnight, we send a stark signal. Because the world is already perilously close to the precipice, any move towards midnight should be taken as an indication of extreme danger and an unmistakable warning. Every second of delay in reversing course increases the probability
and these are the atomic scientists, people. Atomic scientists run this shit.
89 seconds to midnight.
I was wrong. It's 89 seconds
the world has
to midnight.
Been to midnight.
The closest the world has ever been to midnight. It is 89 seconds to midnight. Now I'm not saying in 89 seconds some shit gonna happen. No, they had to raise it up some more because this is all a game. And with this game, if you don't know the rules, because there are rules, there are NWO rules.
Construction, the weather, the discard material, the
Pentagon, Iran briefing with Pete Hegseth and Air Force chiefs.
He looked at the vent shaft, the exhaust shaft, the electrical.
See, this stuff be boring to me. I like the clips that what they really saying. I can't just sit there and watch that shit. That shit's boring as fuck. But they'll have clips and stuff like that. They live right now. But bro, I'm not gonna watch this shit because I already know y'all ass on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you know this. I'm not reading shit. Oh, let's go to this. Why farms are shutting down across Texas. They said literally overnight, people stopped coming to work who are these people that stop coming to work? The migrantes. They either scared to come to work or they just stop coming to work, right? So we got farms shutting down across Texas. They ain't got no workers. Huh? That's a problem, people. That is a problemente. All right. Studente. That is a problem. All right. So let's see what this lady had to say. Because she work with farmers. She doesn't farm, but she knows the operation.
We're here. We are here at the FAFO stage. This is really bad. And if you appreciate my content, please engage with this video. I'm just going to read this to you. Multiple Texas farms shut down after almost 100% of workforce vanishes overnight.
And then people got to put that sad music on to pull on your heartstrings, huh?
In a stunningly swift overnight change, some Texas farm operations had to shut down after losing virtually all of their workforce, an exodus triggered by the increase in immigration raids and increased enforcement. The ripple effects of these raids are the gift that keeps on giving and will be felt nationwide. Unpicked crops are now left unharvested. Livestock were left untended, and rural economies are on edge. The story isn't just a tale of woe for Texas farms, it's a warning for American agribusiness, food prices, and communities that keep food on our plates. I need you to share this with every Republican you know. And you don't even need to wait for their response. They just need to know what's happening.
Girl, they know that.
And this is part of my line of work. I deal with commercial farmers, including these small farmers, as clients. And I cannot tell you how this is the beginning of the complete collapse of our economy under this Project 2025 administration that doesn't know what they're doing. You talk about the immediate shuttering of farms, because this is actually what's happening. With the food, with the harvests that are lying there, completely rotting. That is a loss of food to local food distributors, local grocery stores, local restaurants, hospitals. They sell their harvests, all sorts of vegetables, to businesses within the state of Texas. This is where you can go into your local grocery store and now you're going to see hardly any vegetables or fruit,
Is that right?
depending on what they're growing, or a shortage of meat. This is what's going to happen.
Stop eating meat.
Now, all of the other industries that support farming, you've got local pesticide, herbicide, fertilizer suppliers that are just, their sales are going to plummet. These farmers aren't going to be purchasing that. You've got H-2A workers who are now gone, migrant workers who are now gone. They were paying taxes. Even if they didn't have social security numbers, they were given tax numbers, tax ID numbers. So now you've got millions of dollars just poof, gone overnight from these Texas communities. You've got trucking companies that are hired to haul the produce from the farms to the packaging plants. You've got packaging plants who wash the vegetables, grade the vegetables, pack the vegetables, whose sales are going to plummet. Now you're going to have other industries who don't employ either migrant workers or H-2A workers who are going to have layoffs. This is all under Republican leadership, not just from the White House, but from the Republicans that were elected in the state of Texas. And if you think this is going to stop at Texas, you've got another thing coming. And you want to know which farms are going to be impacted further down the road? They're going to be safe for now. There's a small percentage of farmers who are actually Democrats. and they understand how important it is to protect their employees, take care of their employees. Those employees who feel safe will keep showing up for work because they know the owners have their backs, which says something about these other farms where the employees are like, I'm too scared to show up. Let me add this final thing. This is going to impact farmers. They're at risk of going out of business. Who's going to jump in? The federal government to compensate them with our tax dollars. So now our tax dollars is going to be used to cover the bullshit leadership of this administration on top of the overwhelming increasing tax dollars being used by this administration to scare, to deport, to imprison people with brown skin. Like, our tax dollars are not helping everyday Americans at all. And this is just the beginning under Republican leadership. Share this video.
I did. So if people are so worried about that, get your ass out there and help them people. But this is another thing. You know, go pull them damn crops. But if you would pay the American people what they deserve to get paid and stop trying to go against the grain of your own people, it started at home first. How much was them people getting paid that ain't coming to work now because they scared? That's why you ain't got a lot of Americans out there doing that shit. In the goddamn heat. I bet you that shit make them feel like they on a plantation, they the master and shit. They out there and you got some people in the field and you getting them crops and shit. Hey man, I don't feel sorry for you, bro, because what happened to all the black farmers? We got black farmers out here, but I'm just saying in the past, nah. Y'all was doing them dirty. The government type. Why black family can't have a farm with crops and shit, huh? But y'all can. Why fuck Iran can't have nukes, huh? But y'all can. Tables are motherfucking turning. Big wheels keep on turning. Tina Turner had a song. Her and Ike. Big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. What? Rolling. Rolling. Rolling down a river.
Texas just shut down overnight. Why? Because ICE raids made nearly 100% of the workforce completely vanished.
And how much was they getting paid?
Got detained, or flat out got scared to death and never came back. Dairy farms are in panic mode right now. Cows got to be milked every 8 hours. And guess what? Nobody's showing up to milk these fuckers.
Get up here.
This
You're
isn't
doing too much. Come on.
Texas problem either. This is happening across the entire nation. ICE isn't just out here enforcing some bullshit.
You better hurry up.
They are actively crippling our food systems with fear
Stand
and
down.
chaos.
Come on, then.
You want to talk about consequences? This ain't just about politics anymore, y'all. It's about what's on your table, what's in your fridge, or what's about to be missing from your fucking stove. These Nimrods aren't saving America. They're starving it.
Farms in Deep Red, Texas are shut down, and Donald Trump is the reason. Now, as you know, Donald Trump has shifted ICE from focusing on criminal immigrants to going after easier targets such as job sites to pump his numbers.
Why is he so surprised? He said he was going to do that, y'all. He said it. He said he going after babies and everything. I don't care if your family been over here for 40 years. Somewhere down that line, somebody was illegal. Message, somebody didn't have their papers in order. You didn't show your paperwork. So now we trust none of y'all. That what he's saying? Allegedly. We're getting your ass out of here. Why are people so surprised? And then when he's doing that, why y'all didn't take y'all stank ass up there and try to either... He still might make you get deported, but you can get your paperwork together. He said he didn't mind if you go back and we can start it over. And, you know, they take forever, though. I get it. But you never tried to get your paperwork right. Why? Because you didn't have no paperwork to start with. You didn't have no Social Security. The lady just said that. But they gave your ass a tax number. Can I get away with that? No. They want my social. And now I gotta go get a real ID type shit, driver's license thing, huh?
But farms are hurting because of this, as many of their workers are either being deported or not showing up for fear of being caught up in these raids. And because of this, they're essentially shut down and no work can be done. Just take a listen to one farmer.
3 weeks, it started to slow, but this last week or so has been huge. That's when it's like 0 people wanting to come out and...
Yeah, 0 people. 0 people going to work the farms. And
so what sense does that make that you have, illegal people working on your damn farm, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for you when you could have gave Americans those jobs to provide for their family? Where is the violin? Where is the violin? I really could care less about that. But that's what's going around too. The damn people talking about these farms, man. People got in a panic stage. They like, oh, just overnight, ain't nobody coming to work. Would you come to work? Huh? And ain't nowhere in hell. I mean, they've been going to graduation snatching up people. You hear me? It's supposed to be a good day. Yeah. They don't get no damn about that. So yeah, people, I went over these sleeper cells and stuff because that's where we at. That's where we at, man. And if you think for 1 second that Iran ain't gonna get their lick back like they want to, you are sadly mistaken. All right? Because we got people that want to help Iran. They want to help. They want to help Iran, bruh, with the goddamn nukes. And people people forgetting about the other wars that's actually still going on though, like Russia and Ukraine, and then don't forget China and Taiwan still at each other's necks. And North Korea is on Iran's side, they on China's side, they on Russia's side. So at the end of the day, hopefully when we making all these war weapons, that we don't need certain parts from certain people, because I don't think you're gonna get it. So I hope we got the parts, all the parts we need. Okay? All right. And what's up with this new pope? Because he ain't doing too much of nothing. But they say all roads lead to Rome. That's what they say. I ain't never been on that road, though, so I wouldn't know. All right? You figure it out. All right? Because I don't want to mess with Kim Jong-un, huh? And Xi Jinping. I don't want to be messing with nobody named like that. Kim Jong-un. Xi Jinping, huh? I don't want to be messing with people like that. No. I'd rather mess with somebody named Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Donald Duck. Donald Trump. We don't want to be fighting against no damn Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un. We don't want to do that. Vladimir Putin. No, we don't want to do that. But we doing that. And it's all got to come to pass, which it will. Like, ain't too much going on right now. But that's how you know. You don't have to worry about when somebody's... You got to worry about when they stop talking. When they get quiet, best believe it's something finna happen. When? I don't know. So, shit. Because even when you do a ceasefire and you look around everywhere, it's shit fucked up, bruh. You know. Do anybody know where they bomb shelters at? You see what I'm saying? It'll be little stuff like that. That's if you want to go to a bomb shelter. But I seen somewhere where Trump was sending some people to concentration camps. And I'm like, huh? Let me look that shit up. Because that ain't what, hey, man. That's why I say you got to take me right here in my own home. I'm not going with you. You know what I mean? He was already trying to. And I guess he in the process of doing that, redoing that damn prison. Alcatraz. Like, what the fuck? Crazy ass shit. I know I seen that the other day. Yeah, I did. But this was like a month ago. But either way. Now, what is a concentration camp? A concentration camp is a place where large numbers of people, especially political prisoners or members of persecuted minorities, are deliberately imprisoned in a relatively small area with inadequate facilities, sometimes to provide forced labor or to await mass execution. The term is most strongly associated with the several hundred camps established by the Nazis in Germany and occupied Europe in 1933 to 1945, among the most infamous being, I don't know what they say, but anyway, you get the concept. You know what I'm saying? That's what your concentration camp is, bro. And that's what I think, like, FEMA is, allegedly, and Walmart, allegedly, because, backwards, that shit is martial law. You know what I'm saying? What they've been using them Walmarts for that are empty, and then you put barbed wire fences around. What y'all using them for? And don't forget about the damn casket liners, that people been busting in on, investigating casket liners. They can put like 3 adults in one. Why? Because you be dead. They put you in there, huh? And in a damn incinerator. After that, some shit like that. What? So the times we in are unbelievable, actually unprecedented times. It don't make no damn sense. So that's really all I had to say. I just letting people know where we at with these. Be aware now, especially 4th of July. Because Americans are, man, I'm telling you, man, some of us Americans are so dumbed down that we think everything's still going to be safe. Like, fuck that, I'm having my 4th of July. We do this every year. You know what I'm saying? Or celebrate New Year's or something. Like, yeah, some of us got to get out of that mind frame, bro. We ain't kids no more. You know what I'm saying? And then you can teach your child, we don't celebrate that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't kids no more, bro. Y'all got to get off that shit. Because I always would think that if they really wanted to do something, like something drastic, they could fuck up the fireworks and shit. Shit like that. They could do that. You know, so we got 4th of July coming out. One crazy holiday is Halloween. You know, hey, man. Hey. So, it's just too much going on. Now the planes is acting up again. You know? 5 hospitalized after American Airlines flight encounters sudden turbulence. You know. Ugh. It's crazy. They keep saying United States strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities highly successful. I don't know what they are thinking, because if the people you struck are saying we can fix this, it's not that bad. It's minimal damage. The minimum. You did the minimum. You're supposed to be an overachiever, Trump. You're supposed to be a overachiever. They said you had 125 military planes that was doing this. Or maybe observing. Some was observing to see if they was going to try to shoot at the people that's bombing. I don't know. And then you got your backup. Whichever. You did not destroy this damn nuclear site. And that's the main one for real, because it's underground with the uranium and all that shit. See, U.S. gained nothing, you know. But either way, they gonna get their lick back. And that's just what it is. You know. I love when people say, oh man, they ain't gonna do nothing, they ain't gonna do nothing. Then next thing you know, you got to eat those words. You gotta eat those words, man. I bet you right now, since we ain't really heard nothing, people are agreeing, they already agreed that they will work with Iran and give their ass some nukes, Trump. It's something about Iran that they don't want them to be destroyed, because it's fucking up some other shit. That's what it is. I don't know what it is. Whatever they got going on. You see what I'm saying? And this is some religious stuff too. And we got all these people over here, man, that could possibly, you know, do terrorist attacks. Put a T on it. Now, 9 minutes ago, they saying Taiwan at risk of Chinese invasion by 2027, right? But I was just saying that we can't forget about the wars that's already going. Because, like, within this, shit, Trump ain't even been in a year. Phew, he ain't. Trump been in 6 months, bro. So anyway, damn. Seemed like he been in there longer than that. Goddamn. So, what I was going to say was, so the next 3 years, man, 3.5 years, it's going to be hell. What? You think this something we seeing, and this man just got in office, bro. Damn, it seemed like he been in there already a year, but nope. I don't know why I was thinking that. It's just so much that has transpired. It make you feel like, damn, what's gonna happen in the next 6 months? You see what I'm saying? Just the next 6 months. We seen what happened in this 6 months. This just the introduction, huh? Yeah. By the time, if Trump make it out of office, put it like that, if he makes it through his full term, the world is going to be so fucked up. Like he said the other day, they don't know what the fuck they doing. I like when you said that, Trump. I like that shit. Cuss, man. Get it off your chest. And people want to replay it and beep it out. Don't beep it out. Did they beep it out on live news? No, they didn't. They didn't beep that out. He said what he said. He said what he said, man. Now they talking about Traor's effect is spreading. Africa's presidents are going military. You see? And you know Putin is cool with Traor, the young cat. Put some respect on the man's name. He like, what, 34? 36? 34, I think. Yeah. So, you know, it's a lot going on. They still shooting over there in Gaza. See, man? Iran. Now, I don't know how to say his name. Ayatollah Khamenei? Well, anyway, he said if aggression occurs, the cost for both the enemy will certainly be high. Yeah, man, we know this, man. We just wait. Everybody just waiting on pins and needles that give a damn about this shit. And we just saying, hey, man, who finna do something next? Because, you know, people better start getting y'all waters and shit. That's all I'm saying. Go get your things, man. Like, never stop getting your things here and there. You know? Because like I've been saying, this stuff gonna happen like a thief in the night. You see that next morning, people were sleeping in their bed, woke up, and Israel was bombing the shit out of Iran. You didn't know nothing about it. Huh? You didn't know nothing about that. Because one thing about it, in conclusion to this video, if Iran do what they said they was going to do now, with all these cyber attacks and shit, we in trouble. You see what I'm saying? Your ass is in trouble. I'm finna go twist my hair. Yeah. We all going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that don't have cash on your persons, right? Just a little shit. Cash on your persons. You got damn water. You got damn food. If you be sick and shit, your damn medicines. You know, stuff like that. So you get the drift. You get the concept. Full tank of gas. You know, keep a full tank of gas. Just in case you ain't at the crib and you trying to get to the crib and you got gas. That's what I'm saying, right? You got motherfucking gas. You know, we try to go to the dispensary and get no gas. Go be too late. You rack up on that too. Rack up on you some lighters. Rack up on your favorite drink you drink. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. It could be like that. I'm going to be doing that because I'm going to be looking out the window like, damn. Shit, what the fuck? Nah. You know. It ain't got to get like that. For the NWO to come, it ain't got to get like that. They just needed to get to wherever they needed to get to so it could be an NWO. And guess what? They got rules, baby. They got rules that everybody's going to have to follow. Even your favorite rapper, even your favorite basketball player, all that shit. Ain't nobody exempt, bruh. Because you know what? They are. That's what I was gonna say about them forms. I said that in my other video the other day. The NWO shit. They said there will be no more you own farm. You know, private land. So is this the start of getting these people out of here, making them so fearful that you can't come to work? And guess what else? You can't afford your damn farm. You got to shut it down. People shutting down the farm. Nigga, I'd be out there, but you know they got a lot of land. Somebody gonna help me get these crops. You hear me? Quit being lazy. Huh? Get your $2 ass out there so you can make $2 million. Go out there and get that shit. Y'all shouldn't have hired them any damn way. How the fuck is a farm all your people are Mexican or something? But they in Texas. So what? You see ain't no white people, no black people out there. We ain't doing that shit. Even the white people that own the shit say they ain't doing that shit. Message. They said they ain't doing that shit. You can't, ain't no amount of money you gonna pay me to go out there in the damn field getting any damn thing. Bitch, I know you lying. Huh? What you paying me? $400 an hour? That's what I thought. They still got places where they pick cotton. I remember I moved to, true story, I moved to, what was it? Alabama. I had a security job at Mercedes-Benz, my favorite car. I actually got to see how the Mercedes was made. But anyway, that's an inside thing. I like that shit. So I was talking to my coworker. You know, I'm from out of town. I don't live around here. So he was like, yeah, he was talking about picking cotton. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, they still be picking cotton. It's a county called Pinckney County or something like that. And he said, we call it picking cotton. I said, I know you lying, bitch. I said, where the hell I'm at? Huh? Because I wish the fuck picking cotton, Pinckney County. I said, hell nah, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell I'm picking cotton. And whoever idea was that to put cotton on your clothes, that was dope as hell. I think they black. I don't know for sure. But whoever did that, that was dope as hell. You got everybody named mama trying to wear that cotton on your goddamn jogging outfit. But anyway, yeah, man, talking about Pinckney County. Yeah, so people, you know, hey, man, people's getting blown up over there. They getting blown up to smithereens. And one of these days, it's going to get so bad, you're going to understand what I'm saying. You're going to understand all this shit everybody been saying. Go get your things. All right, and that's my time, man. Salute to the general. You know what I'm talking about? This hat dope as fuck, and you know it is, bitch. You know it.